Have you ever seen a smart screen? Huawei's smart screen is named Mate TV, and this time Huawei has applied for a genuine Mate TV license. The one I have in my hand now has a floating touchscreen, which is essentially a touchpad. Its overall design is a bit like a small handheld game console, but it's incredibly light in the hand. The ergonomics are quite good. It has two pointed keys, one L and one R, as well as a customizable shortcut key, a screen off button, and a cool light. Okay, let's take a look at how it works. Go back to the home page. If you bring your finger close, you'll see a shadow appear on the screen. Swipe and navigate just like on a touch screen. Let's open a simple app like the Huawei app gallery. Just aim and tap and it'll open. Click on a category. There's a lot of content here, so swiping up and swiping down are the same, and the touch gestures are the same. Going back to the home screen, using the express return button or returning to the desktop or the multitasking interface is the same. Let's open the game Honor of Kings and try it out to see if there's any lag. Aim and zoom in. Oh, it can zoom in, and it's pretty precise, isn't it? It's multi-touch. Let's open the Earth and zoom in. It can zoom and rotate too. The overall latency is very low, zooming in and out, zooming in and out, zooming in and out. It's very responsive. I just played Honor of Kings. And let's point out, Honor of Kings runs on the TV, so the latency should be better than other screencasting games. In fact, if you play Honor of Kings a lot, you can probably guess the button locations without even looking. Ouch, flash. Oh, run. Run, 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 run. Right now I have the newly released Lingxi Stylus in my hand, which allows you to write on the Mate TV. Let's see, the tip is made of a soft cotton-like material, which is quite comfortable. It feels good in the hand and it has a shortcut button. And let's see how it writes. Oh, the tracking is excellent. Touch recognition is achieved through a module on the top, which acts like a LiDAR to determine the pen's position. This module is very small and can be removed at any time when not in use, keeping the screen clean. If you've seen other conference tablets, you'll know that implementing stylus writing requires a very thick screen, making it less attractive than the Mate TV. Furthermore, the stylus can reach the sides. Let me find a spot. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's take a look at the Mate TV's user experience. The interface is very similar to the Harmony OS computers we use, including the MediaPad and Harmony OS 5. It's practically identical, with a dock at the bottom along with the corresponding cards, large on-screen keyboard, and control center. And the frosted glass effect is incredibly refined. The most striking thing is the icons at the bottom. They move very dynamically. You can see they're layered. A pattern layer on top, a color block layer in the middle, and a shadow at the bottom. Is very dynamic. If you point your cursor at this card, it'll feel like your hand has turned into a flashlight, like a remote control. Wherever you point, it lights up, and the cursor will even slightly rise. Pretty cool, right? Then there are two new and interesting cards. The first is a gashapon machine. Click it and it'll recommend a show. If you like music variety shows, it'll recommend a variety show. If you're a big fan of suspense films, it might even recommend a suitable thriller. It might even know your preferences better than you do. We're waiting to see how it works. Then there are two photo gallery cards, which I find quite interesting. This one is like a Polaroid camera. Click it and it'll print a new photo. This could be one of your everyday photos. The overall texture is very refined with the highlights and chamfers, for example, a very realistic style. Then there's the film roll. This roll can display two photos at once. Click it and it shrinks inward. Then it reappears, a bit like developing a photo and then re-advancing it. It has this mechanical feel and it even has an ISO of 400, which is quite interesting. Next, let me demonstrate one of its AI-powered movie search features. It found a movie about a man stranded on the moon. It plays the movie. Who is the male protagonist in the movie? The Mate TV is equipped with a processor that's very similar in performance to flagship phones. Overall, based on the performance benchmarks shown at the launch event, I'm guessing it's comparable to flagship phones. Now let's test the app loading speed. We cleared all apps, and now with no apps open, we started with a baby hair accessory. It loaded in seconds. This could be due to the Harmony OS app. While functionality may differ from other Android apps, the actual experience is still quite fast. Let's take a look at the appearance of this generation of Mate TV. The front features an extremely narrow bezel comparable to Huawei's foldable laptop. The screen to body ratio is 99% and the image quality is excellent, with a peak brightness of 5000 nits and a top tier color gamut. The graphics chip has been upgraded to a Huawei chip, reportedly a revised version of the previous generation's ton chip. Overall, the performance is very strong, with both super resolution and color adjustment being excellent. Let's take a look at the thickness. If I remember correctly, it's 36.9 millimeters or less than 4 centimeters. This is quite narrow for a large device like a TV because I heard Huawei say on the spot that they wanted to create the feeling of having a window when attached to the wall. So they have a very good control over the thickness.
Moreover, this generation of brackets is said to be able to achieve almost zero fit. That is, the spacing looks like 0, but it is actually 5 millimeters. Combined with the shadow, it looks like it is almost close to the wall.
I've also been using it for a long time and am truly blown away by Huawei's innovative approach to TVs. You may have played games on your TV before, but they are mostly small games. On the Huawei Mate TV, we can directly download the games we want, even full-scale mobile games. When it comes to TV gaming, Huawei is truly amazing. The App Store is compatible with HarmonyOS, and you can download any game you can play. The reason Huawei boldly brought such a large number of mobile games to the TV is firstly, that playing on such a large screen offers a wider field of view and a more enjoyable experience. Especially when placed in the living room, playing games together as a family is incredibly enjoyable. Secondly, Huawei has upgraded its processor, delivering several times the performance boost. Combined with the cooling capabilities of such a large screen, performance is incredibly high. In daily use, apps open almost instantly, which is incredibly smooth. Switching between apps is also instantaneous. This is the result of the processor upgrade. You can also see that the Mate TV features a frosted glass effect in many interfaces, which is quite performance intensive, yet it still manages to be so smooth. I just tried every game and almost every one of them ran smoothly. Who else but Huawei can play large-scale mobile games directly on a TV? As you can see, I'm using a controller while playing games on the Mate TV. It's actually another new product. The Huawei Lingxi floating touchscreen has a white front panel, a raised grip on the back, and pointed buttons on the left and right sides, allowing for 3 or 4 finger control when playing games. The front panel houses the screen off button and custom buttons when I hover my finger over the touchpad. This makes controlling games with finger movements incredibly easy. I think the solution is far superior to using your phone to mirror your screen for gaming, which still requires looking down at the phone. With the Lingxi hover gesture control, you can finally look up while playing mobile games, and with such a wide field of view. The Mate TV also features the Huawei Lingxi handwriting kit. Its sensor module utilizes cutting-edge sensing technology, measuring only 41 by 45 by 69 millimeters. It's smaller than a mouse, yet capable of millimeter level sensing. When not in use, the stylus simply sits next to the TV. It attaches magnetically. In the living room, children can use the stylus to doodle on the Mate TV.
It's like bringing the natural art of a Huawei tablet to life on the TV. Quite fun. Plus, you can write messages on it to remind your child to eat or use it as a whiteboard to explain their mistakes at home. The Lingxi handwriting kit is perfect for homeschooling with children. Paired with the stylus, it offers countless possibilities. Do you have any suggestions? Okay, let's switch back to the desktop. Doesn't the Mate TV desktop look very similar to the Mate family of phones, tablets, and computers? Isn't this just a giant Mate phone? The entire interface is the HarmonyOS family UI design, but this UI design has already broken the current stereotype of smart TVs. No other TV has done this. When I point Lingxi at the cursor of the remote control or at the desktop audio and video icon or widget, you can see that there is light and shadow. There is also a Polaroid camera here. Just click and the photos we put in will appear. Putting the Mate TV in the living room, I feel like guests won't want to leave when they come to visit. This experience is almost here. The naming of Huawei Smart Screen Mate TV is very different from the previous smart screens. It has officially joined the Mate family and is more in line with the TV category. In terms of system, it is the first time to be equipped with HarmonyOS 5, which deeply introduces the interactive experience of the mobile phone version to the TV. With the Lingxi family bucket, it completely rewrites the way to use the TV. Playing with the TV can be as simple and fun as playing with a mobile phone. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna move a Mate TV home to play games.